All right, it's 6 o'clock. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Technology Thursday webinar. If you're brand new to FES and this is your first webinar with us, you definitely want to make sure that you put this on your calendar. Every Thursday, we either have a webinar or a conference call, and this week we alternate those. So this week is our technology webinar, and then next Thursday we'll have our team conference call. So you want to definitely, again, make sure that you add that onto your calendar. And if you are new, obviously we want to congratulate you and welcome you to the team. You also want to make sure that you get plugged into our texting system. You want to make sure that you send a text at 88799. That will get you onto the FES corporate calls that are done throughout the week, your new agent training call, your product training call, and the webinars that we do throughout the week as well. So again, you want to make sure that you send a text to 88799, and then you'll receive notifications on those corporate level training calls. But again, this is our team webinar that we do on Thursdays. My name is Mark Bustamante, Executive Sales Director with Financial Education Services. We also have joining us this evening, Vice President, R&R Club member, six-figure earner club member as well. Mr. Randy Cochran is going to be sharing with us also this evening, so we're very excited about that. And so before we get started here, we want to go over the training schedule. The most important thing that we do as agents is we get trained. And right now I'm at fesacademy.com, so if you're not familiar with the site, you want to make sure that you go to www.fesacademy.com, and I would suggest that you bookmark the site so that you have easy access to it. I was talking with Greg Ammerman a few days ago, and this site here is going to be converted to a more mobile-friendly site, so you'll be able to pull it up very easily on your mobile phone. Right now it's a little bit difficult, but nonetheless, you want to mark this. This is going to be where you're going to go for information, team information, training information. The site is evolving right now as we speak. So you definitely want to stay on top of it because there's going to be some new stuff in here. And again, this is where you're going to go to be able to see where the trainings are happening around the country, actually learn about some of the executive trainers that we have with the company. There's also a media center in here where there's some videos. There's also a store in here where you're going to be able to purchase your products that you need for marketing your FES business. A very cool video here on the front page here that talks about training. You know, do I need training? You know, do I need to go to training? And which is a question that's asked a lot. You know, okay, so we talk about training and people say, but geez, do I really have to go to a training? So that's a great video to watch. And the cool thing is that you're going to get the perspective of somebody who's made millions of dollars in this industry. And a gentleman who is the first FES millionaire, level 5 R&R club member, you know, created this training platform. So you're going to hear his perspective on why the trainings are important. And that's one of the things that I've learned, and I'm sure Randy would agree with me, is that, you know, it's all about perspective, okay? We have our own perspective on how we do things, and certainly when you come into this business, you know, you may have your own perspective on how you're going to do the business. Well, why not get the perspective of somebody who's making millions of dollars in this business, or the trainers that we have that travel around the country and do the 2-day trainings, and let them that are vice presidents, R&R club members themselves or higher, you know, top earners in the company. Why not go and get their perspective on how to do this business and save yourself a lot of time, a lot of energy? Because again, I'm sure that Randy would agree with me that you know, in the early days, learning how to do this business without the training was very difficult. And now we have an opportunity to plug into these, again, highly successful trainers for the company to teach you how to do this business correctly and really shorten that learning curve for you. Also, Millionaire Mentality Boot Camp. If you go in here and you click on any of the icons, it'll take you to the pages. So definitely want to get familiar with this site. Training. If you go to the training tab, you go down to itinerary, you're going to see the trainings that are coming up here for in the month of September. Excuse me. Power Coaching Academy this weekend, actually. in Atlanta, Georgia with Greg Ammerman. That's just, can't say enough about that. Again, an opportunity to sit down with the best in the company and have him basically look at your business and tell you what it is, evaluate your business for you. I mean, that's just off the charts. I mean, that just doesn't happen, right, in a normal business setting. So you're going to have an opportunity to have, again, the best of the best show you exactly, some things that you can do to help you achieve your goals with the business. The Oakland, California was rescheduled. I see here with Warren Barfeld. There is a one-day SOS in Charlotte, North Carolina with Joe Locke coming up this weekend as well. You want to make sure that if you know anybody in and around the Charlotte, North Carolina market, reach out to them. Certainly if you're there, you want to make sure that you get there because, again, here's an opportunity to learn from one of the best in the company on how to build this business. Houston, Texas, obviously, that was rescheduled. With everything that's happened down there, with the hurricanes and all that crazy stuff. So that one has been rescheduled, and I heard of one coming up. Oh, and it is actually on here. We'll get to that in just a second. So we have a two-day coming up next weekend, Atlanta, Georgia, with Dale Guiducci. Also, D.C. Metro with Joe Locke. Cleveland, Ohio with Jill Halbreich. And then the following weekend, San Antonio, Texas with Dale Gentry. And then the following weekend, that's September the 29th through October the 1st, two-day SOS, Plainview, New York with Dale Gentry. That same weekend, September 29th, August 1st, here in Phoenix, Arizona. Super excited. We got Dale Guiducci coming into town. September 29th again, October 1st. Birmingham, Alabama, and I believe that's their very first SOS training in Alabama. So that's a growing market there. Joe Locke's going to be there to do a two-day training. So, again, you want to know where the trainings are happening, obviously for yourself, for your team members, and also so that you can invite people to the presentations that we have on a Friday night so they can get a look at what it is that you're involved in and then have an opportunity to decide what it is that they want to do. So make sure that you, again, go to FESacademy.com and bookmark that site. Okay, the other thing we were going to talk about was I wanted to talk a little bit about some Facebook stuff here. I was actually on a webinar here recently with a young lady by the name of Jessica Higdon, who does extremely well in marketing on Facebook. And again, it's all about getting people's perspectives. I mean, here's somebody that I saw that, okay, she's, got something going on there, so I wanted to see what her perspective on it was. But I've talked to some people that have Facebook accounts but haven't really engaged a lot on Facebook. And I know that for the most part, there's a lot of the team members that do because I see their posts out there, and myself and Randy post stuff that you guys can post, on Facebook. But there's also a lot of people that aren't using Facebook, but they have a profile set up. They just haven't engaged it, okay? And if that's you, then one of the things that you want to start doing immediately is you want to start adding friends. So in other words, if you just have a basic Facebook profile, you probably only have a couple hundred friends, maybe 200-300 friends that you're connected with, and they may not even be friends. They're just people that connected with you on Facebook. And you're going to want to start adding to that. I have close to 4,000 friends that I'm connected, or people that I'm connected with on Facebook. There are people that have, I think the max for a profile is 5,000, and then it just lets them follow you. So, excuse me. So you want to start one of your daily routines. If you want to start using Facebook to market your business, you want to start adding friends, start looking for some of your old friends perhaps that you lost contact with. Look for people within your communities, okay, that you can add as a friend. And I think what happens is once you start adding friends to your profile, you start getting more friend requests. And one of the things that you want to do, when you're adding people, adding friends on Facebook, or if you're receiving friend requests, one of the things you want to make sure you do is know who those people are, at least take a look at their profile to make sure that there's somebody that you actually want to be connected with, okay? Because there are people that will send you friend requests that you do not want to be connected with. And by the same token, there's people out there that perhaps maybe that maybe you don't want to be connected with them on Facebook. I have friends that I have unfriended, okay, because of the just because it was better that way. Somebody has some background noise, so if you can just take a look at your phone, put it on mute, either hit the *6 button or hit the mute button on your phone, that would be awesome, so we can have a clear recording for everyone. So just take a look at your phone and hit the mute button. I want to leave the line open because hopefully we'll have some time here shortly to ask some questions once Randy gets done with his info as well. So again, if you're not engaged completely on Facebook, start adding friends. Start looking for people, perhaps in a credit-related industry, whether it's real estate agents, mortgage professionals, or just regular people as well. Because one of the things that, it's very cool that our business lends well to real estate professionals and mortgage professionals, that type of thing. They're great for agents, obviously, because we have great real estate partners in our business, but they're also great for referral partners, okay? But you also want to, there's also, when we take a look at our presentation, one of the things we talk about is that 70% of the population hates their job. They hate what they're doing. They don't like their job. So if they were presented with an opportunity, they may take a look at it. And that's all we're asking, is for them to, perhaps take a look at what it is that we have to offer. So keep that in mind as you're out there, adding people. Don't necessarily pigeonhole yourself with just real estate people or mortgage people or car sales people, because again, the statistic says that 70% of the people hate their jobs, and there's obviously other industries out there other than those that I just mentioned. So you want to make sure that you're adding people. And I wanted to show you something. I received a couple of friend requests, and what I do whenever somebody sends me a friend request, I always go take a look to see who it is. Again, because I want to make sure that it's somebody, because of what I market. I'm looking for people in the U.S., number one, and number two, I just want to see what they're about a little bit. If they're the type of person that I want to be connected with, are they entrepreneurial-minded thinking? Are they, does their page have, nothing that's offensive? I mean, my page is G-rated, okay, family-rated. So, I don't want people that I'm going to connect with that have stuff on their page that's offensive to anybody, for that matter, okay? So, I take a look to see what they do, and one of the things I can look at is I can see some of the other people that they're connected with, and I see some heavy hitters in here, some people that I consider to be professionals. So for me, this is an easy one. But if I didn't see that, and if I saw, that they were connected with a lot of people out of the country, then that might cause me to pause, perhaps, and not necessarily want to connect with them. But I see she's got stuff on here, about entrepreneurs. She's a marketer of, obviously, I think she's marketing this app here, but she's somebody that's self-employed, right? And that's what we're looking for, people that are not necessarily self-employed, but people that are motivated. She's motivated. She's an entrepreneur. She's doing her own thing. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm her request. Okay. Come on. There we go. Now, on the other hand, I have another request that I got from this young lady here. I'm sure that she's an awesome young lady. She's in Mexico City. First off, I don't connect with anybody outside of the country. And when I look at, obviously, what's here, even if they were, let's say they were U.S. based, this is not what I'm looking to connect with, okay? So in this case, I would simply not accept that request. The point being is that you want to make sure that who it is that you're connecting with, and take a look at their profile. By the same token, when you're on by the same token, when you're like, for example, with this person here, I could take a look at some of the people that have commented on her some of her posts, and I can see if I'm already connected with them. If not, I can add them as a friend connected to me as well. And again, same thing. I'm still going to go take a look. I'm going to take a little look to see who they are and see if they're U.S. based. Now, this one here, very minimal information. I'm not going to add, send a friend request to that. So if I came down here and I'm looking at Sandra Queen, dream it, think it, do it. She's obviously got her own website. She's independent associate of some company here. But anyway, so she's somebody that I would probably connect with, okay? This young lady here is in, Okay, so she's obviously, see, I would go take a look at their profiles again and make sure that it's somebody that I want to connect with, and now I can start adding additional friends. Now what happens is that on the webinar that I saw the other day, there was a very cool message that, you know, it's not too much different from what I'm using, but it's always about, you know, it's going back to the basics, okay? So you're connecting with these people on Facebook, and let's just talk specifically about Facebook. And we always wonder, well, you know, I don't have anybody to talk to, you know, how can I find people? Well, you have a bunch of people probably on your Facebook that you're connected with that you've never said anything to. You've never posted anything. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see what I have up on the screen?
Yes.
What is it's the message, right?
It's just showing like thumbnails of about 5 or 6 different screens.
Okay, hang on one second. Let me see. And if I can't put this up, I'll post it up in the group. Let's see if I can share it. Hang on one second. Where is it? Okay, here we go. I'm just going to say all. All right, there's a message here. Can you guys see this message?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this is a message that you could kind of use it as is, or you could tailor it to send again to people that you are connected with on Facebook, but you've never contacted them. You've never said hey to them. You've never said anything to them. It's like, and I think it's a great message. I think it's a great opening message. I just have to apologize and know that we've been friends. You've been on my friends list for quite some time, and I've seen your status updates pop up. I've never taken the time to reach out to you. I hate that Facebook can be so impersonal sometimes. Anyways, just wanted to connect. Notice that you're in whatever market that you're in, if real estate, insurance guy, whatever, waitress. Is this something that you enjoy? So it's just a great opening line, all right? And the idea is you know, some people will respond. Some people will respond to your message. Some people won't, okay? And it doesn't matter. You don't care about the ones that don't respond. You only care about the ones that do respond, right? So now you create an opportunity to create a dialogue with them. You create an opportunity so you can create a dialogue with them and get a response back from them. And then start to have a conversation with them. So the second question that she showed was, you know, how long have you been working there in that profession, or, you know, how long have you been in that, you know, how long have you been in that field? Whatever, you can start again. You're just trying to create a conversation with them, okay? And it's not like you're going to rapid fire these questions. There may be some other questions that you ask, okay? Now, can you guys see this one here? It says, have you ever considered doing anything else?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, you know, this is along the lines of, you know, what do we say? We say, you know, do you keep your options open? And obviously, again, this is not a rapid fire type situation. You're going to introduce yourself and say, hey, you know what? I realize you're on my friends list. I see your status updates come up, and unfortunately, I've never had an opportunity to reach out to you. I apologize. You know, Facebook can be very impersonal, and I just wanted to reach out and say, hey, and you know, I see that you're in, and the fact that you said that shows that you've already gone to their profile, looked at their profile in terms of what it is that they do. Okay, so it's not like, you know, it's not like you're asking, well, what do you do for a living? Well, we're connected, right? So that would be something that perhaps might not be a good thing to do. So obviously, and again, the messages that you're going to be sending those to people that you want to connect with. It's not just everybody and anybody. So again, you know what they do, and then you're going to have that conversation, and then along that conversation, as opportunities create themselves, you can start to ask them these questions. Have you ever considered doing anything else, or, you know, do you keep your options open? You know, and if the responses are going in, obviously, in the right direction, in a positive direction, then this would be something else that you could ask. Would you consider yourself a self-starter driven? Are you pretty much happy with where you're at? Okay. And again, we're going to post these so you guys have these. And you can tweak them to whatever you want, okay, but this is just give you something to start with. You can use them just as is. You know, I don't know if this is a fit for you, but I thought I'd throw it out there, given how motivated you seem. Now, one of the things that they talked about was that, sometimes you may get, a response from somebody, because at the end of the day, we are a hybrid marketing company, we are a network marketing company, and that's our pay structure, that's how the business is set up, okay? So people may ask you, is this, and certainly I've had people ask me in the past, is this network marketing? Is it multi-level marketing? And, one of the things that they talked about was your belief system, this is a incredible model. This is an incredible business model. And as one of the guys here says, absolutely. If it wasn't network marketing, I wouldn't touch it. That's the opinion. Okay, that's his actual true belief because of what this industry can do. And you have to have that same absolute belief. And that takes us back to the trainings. The more you're involved, the more you're in the trainings, the more you're immersed in our system, your belief system, as you begin to build your business and you actually, go to work and start to add onto your team and create that leverage, it's going to be something that you're going to come to appreciate as well, being paid for the efforts of other people's, by the efforts of others, okay? So again, going back to this, if somebody were to ask you that question, usually what happens is people kind of cringe or they kind of like, oh God, I got to, absolutely. If it wasn't network marketing, I wouldn't touch it. Now there was another response that they gave that I thought was pretty good that said, here. Absolutely, but if you don't mind me asking you, or if you don't mind if I ask why you asked that in the first place, I'm curious, which I think is a better response simply because they may not have an objection to it. They just may want to know. Or maybe they had a past experience in a network marketing company, but they didn't get support they needed. They didn't get the training they needed. And I don't think that there's anybody on this team that can say that myself, Randy, Katina, Daniel, Tracy Green, the Ehlers, anybody that's on this team that we don't provide support and training for you guys, right? So at a very high level, besides what corporate does. So if you come across, you may come across from somebody that says, hey, I didn't get the support I needed or it just didn't work for me. Well, we have a way that we can help them because we can plug them into a proven system that we have, being FES Academy. We have the support and trainings that we do as leaders to work with the team to help you guys build your business. So, your experience with us should be, if that were to be said, you say, well, geez, I got a great team that we are working with that can help you, So there's a way to overcome that. So, but I think that this is a great question because again, it may not be a negative response. It just may be that they had some past experience that perhaps didn't go well, or maybe it is what they're looking for. So, so again, we're going to put these up so you guys have these available for you. Now, one of the things that she said was that as far as a method of operation, that you should always spend 5 to 10 minutes finding high quality people to talk to. So in other words, again, you're looking for people, like when I go to Facebook and I'm looking at people, I'm looking at profiles. For example, real quickly here, I'm going to pull up one of my friends' profiles. And don't be afraid to unfriend somebody, even if it's a friend. They don't pay your bills, okay? So, if I come to this guy's profile here, I'm like, okay, cool, look, he's got an Audi, he's got a big boat up there, he's an entrepreneur, business coach. I mean, this is the kind of guy I want to connect with, right? This is the kind of person that I'm going to send a friend request to. I'm not looking for like anybody. I'm looking for somebody out there that fits, that's motivated, that is an entrepreneur, that does, they like nice things, okay? This is a winter here. He's got a big boat on there, and he's got his car there. I mean, come on. okay? So you can be selective. Be selective with people, okay? Randy, I wanted to talk about Mighty Text. I'm not sure what you have planned, but I wanted to kind of introduce this. I created, okay. So let's take a look at, Randy just sent me a message, okay? So a couple of posts that Randy just made here, and I just saw this earlier. And so here's an example. You can take this post, copy it, and put it on your profile, okay? Right from Randy's page. I don't think Randy cares, okay? And so Randy does some awesome posts on his profile. Now you want to mix it up, which he does. He's got family stuff on here. He's got stuff about football. His son Ranson is safety for their college football team. So he's, and Randy's into football. His daughter's into is awesome. Does the show horses. Wins all kinds of medals and stuff. He posts about that, and trophies. So you got to mix it up, right? But at the same time, from time to time, you want to hit your page with something about your business, whether it's, this is almost more educational, what I would consider like an educational thing, because Equifax is, there was a data breach, okay? So we're letting people know, and this is what we do. So this is kind of a way of, and the other thing that's cool about, and you have to be careful with on Facebook is that, or on social media is that, you don't want to be spamming your page with nothing but information about your business, okay? You want to just keep it natural, man. So it's kind of a hidden way of selling on Facebook, because you got to remember something. If you go to, let's say you were going to buy something online, you wouldn't come to Facebook to buy it. You'd go to that retailer's website, right? Or you'd Google whatever you're looking for. So people don't come to Facebook to buy. They come to Facebook to socialize. So in socializing with them, on the back end of that, we kind of, because obviously the way Facebook's set up, we can see that Randy's a Equity Arizona real estate broker. We can see he's a vice president at Financial Education Search. So they're going to see, what you do. But at the same time, you want to, just drop some little nuggets on your page so that people become aware of what you do. And it's kind of a passive, very passive way of marketing, because if they know what you do, when that need arises, then they can come to you, okay? But you don't want to be jamming it in their face, because when the need arises, they're not going to come to you, because they totally have tuned you out of their head, because all they saw was your stuff about FES and credit repair and financial fitness, okay? So you don't want to do that. You make sure you want to spread it out. Like I post stuff, for example, when I have my presentations here, I post those, okay? Here's a trip that I took to northern Arizona over the weekend. Here I was at the Fox Cigar Bar. Here's a quote that I posted. Here's something I posted that a client sent me, an increase on their credit score. So the point is that you want to mix it up, okay? The 3 E's, educate, empower, and entertain. Okay, if you do those 3 things, you'll be okay, all right? You just want to mix it up, okay? So, what else do I have on Mighty Text. So this is a tool that Randy actually shared with me, which is very awesome. If you're on Android, you can download this onto your desktop, and Android obviously uses the Google Cloud, and it will synchronize, or it'll sync with your Android phone and adds all of your contacts into the system. So now what you can do is I don't have to be on my phone and on my laptop. I mean, because if you're working from your laptop, this is a great tool to use. If you do everything from your phone, then probably not so great. But if you're on a laptop, if you're on a laptop, I can access my contacts in my phone. I can send text messages to them right from my laptop. I can create groups. I can schedule. If you do the pro version, you can schedule the text to go out. And it's free to use. So you can download those. Sorry, I was reading a message that Randy was saying. You can download the tool for free. You can upgrade to the Pro. Randy sent out a link. Okay. So there's a link that you can use. I believe that's what you just sent. Looking. Okay. Randy just sent everybody a link. There's a link that you can use to download that app. And here's the thing. It makes it very easy because you can, where the heck did it go? Okay. So now you can create groups and you can send out text messages to groups. Perhaps you have, some real estate agents that you met recently and you just want to touch on them a little bit. Now you can set it up so that it'll send out an individual text to them even though they're in a group, or you can send out a group message. I don't know that I would send out a group message to a bunch of people that really don't know me because somebody's liable to respond back in a way that's not, you don't want other people to see that response. So, but again, great tool to use from your laptop. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. I actually created a little video on it that pretty much goes over what I just did. That's on the FEN website here using Mighty Text, okay? So you can watch that as well. And so that's a great tool to use. I'm using the heck out of it. All my messages pop up on my screen. I've got groups created for my different prospects, whether it's agent prospects, customer prospects. And then all I got to do is, it makes it so easy, right? That's what we're all about. We want to create system. We have obviously a great system, but once we get that lead and we're nurturing that lead and dripping on that lead, we got to do that however we can do that efficiently. And this is a very efficient tool that will allow that. And here, Randy actually just sent a message out. That's awesome. As well, so you guys can copy that message and send that out. Hi, I just wanted to follow up with you and see what your level of interest is in the protection plan. And it just disappeared on me. The protection plan, are you available? Are you available today for a call? I like the one also where he talks about, I just want to make sure I didn't drop the ball on you. Are you available for a phone call? So, again, if you add those people into those groups in Mighty Text, it makes it very easy to send out a message, okay? A lot of times it's about the hassle because you got to go through and you got to use your phone and send out messages and look for their stuff, whatever. So it's just you got to get organized and get systems set up in place in order to continue to drip on your clients, okay? And this is everybody reads their text message, so great way to do that. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and so go ahead and grab that link that Randy put out there, download that, make sure you copy the message that he sent, and what I'll do sometimes is if I pick up somebody's business card, I'll send them a message and just try out a message to see if I get a response back. I'm always sending a message that requires a response because I don't want to just send like a message and not have it be an open-ended message. I want it to be a message that they have to respond to. Okay, so I'll test out little messages, so you can do that in here with perhaps some of the business cards that you have now, and see what gets a good response, and then you can send it out to a bunch of people. What else? The other thing, and the final thing here I'll say about Facebook is that as you're adding friends to your profile. You obviously want to be posting, right? And sometimes what I'll do is I'll add friends strategically because they may add, sometimes people respond immediately, and I'll make sure that on that particular day I posted something specific. For example, I may post our presentation that we're doing, and on that particular day or morning I may have connected with maybe 5 or 10 real estate agents that I sent a message to, or some lenders or real estate investors, somebody in our marketplace, for clients, okay, or just anybody for that matter. But I know that whoever I've connected with, even if it's just John Doe, who's a plumber, and Susie, who's a legal secretary, whatever, I'll make sure that on that day I post something so that as they add me, they'll see that post, okay? And the other thing is you want to make sure that your profile is clean. Take a look at your profile. Make sure that there's nothing, again, on there that's going to offend anybody or that's offensive. I don't get into political conversations on Facebook. I don't get into any religious discussions. I don't get into anything. That's my business. And if I want to have those conversations with somebody, I can do it offline. I don't have to I'm not trying to do that online because because people judge. They'll look at your profile and they may see something that you like that they don't like. Okay. So you want to keep it very generic, clean, professional. I tell people this is like your store. How would you want your store to look at if somebody walked into your store to buy something? You'd want your shelves organized. You want the store to be organized. You'd want it to be clean. You want it to be friendly. You want people to engage. Okay? It's the same thing. Okay? All right, so Randy Cochran, do you have anything that you want to add?
Sure. Good.
Awesome.
Great job. Valuable information. And Mark hit the nail on the head this evening when it comes to social media marketing. And here's the thing: is you want to make your friends your friends is what it comes down to. And one of the things, anytime you're posting online, mix business with pleasure, but make sure that you're always putting a message in your social media posts to just simply say, I'm never too busy for your referrals. And, right now we have the Expose 2 People a Day Players Club Challenge going on. We have a 60-day blitz going on. And we have a Facebook marketing campaign for birthdays that's posted in the group. That campaign has been unbelievable for my business personally, because it's given me an opportunity to really connect with some people that have been on my friends list for a long time that I really don't even know that well. So if you have some background noise, mute your phone, hit *6.
Waiting, turn on friendship because he.
We'll let them take the call for a minute. Okay, good. Can you still hear me, Mark?
Yes.
Okay, super. So, and if you're on the computer and the phone, we're just getting an echo. So
let me mute everybody out, and I'm going to unmute you.
Okay.
Randy, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, super. So the one thing that you have to be with social media, number one, is you have to be constant. You have to be consistent, number one, and you have to have a very clear and concise message. And this is one thing that you can't do on social media, is once you've committed to financial education services, and maybe this is an enhancement to your core business. Maybe you're a real estate agent, an insurance agent, a mortgage broker, a real estate investor, a solar company, a cell phone company, windows and doors, alarm systems. It doesn't matter what it is. Once you enhance your core business with financial education services, or financial education services becomes your what we would call your side hustle, until it becomes your main hustle, because you just have a regular job and people are used to you doing whatever you're doing. Once you commit to FES, one thing that you need to be is constant and consistent, and you can't be jumping around doing all different kinds of things. You can't be doing FES one week and then next week doing some weight loss product. That's not going to work in your business, because how can you establish yourself as a financial expert, which this business is very different than all the other businesses out there, because frankly, we don't want everybody. We're looking for quality people, number one, that are willing to commit 10 to 15 hours a week to working in their FES business, because that's what it really takes to grow a business. We're looking for individuals that are willing to invest, not only in just becoming an agent with the company, but you also have to invest in some marketing materials. You need to get protection plan brochures. You need to get financial literacy challenge forms. You need to get folders. And most importantly, like Mark said, you need to get to training. So, the webinar trainings we do are great. The teleconference trainings we do are great, but there is nothing better than getting to a live SOS training or advanced training around the country. Because you're gonna be around like-minded people that are all going the same direction. So we're looking for those types of people, and that's just what it takes to succeed at a high level. And so definitely, because this is a technical Thursday webinar, one of the questions that I get a lot is, what tools do you use in your FES business? And I made it really, really simple tonight for everybody, because I posted every single tool that I use online. So I'm going to post this in the group. If you go to www.zoommarketingtools.com, I'm going to share with everybody tonight every single technology tool that I use to run my FES business. Everything from backpacks to solar chargers to cell phone stands to a stand-up desk, because when I talk to people, I don't sit down because your energy's low. So I posted every single tool that I use on that link. And Mark, you might just want to refresh that. It should work. Where it worked on my screen. So Zoom Marketing Tools, if you hit the catalog, if you hit that catalog button, it's going to show you all those tools. So this business, FES is really simple. It is really simple. It's just not easy, because our job is to expose people to what we do and then follow up with them. And it's not a matter of if somebody's going to use our services. It's simply a matter of when somebody's going to use our services. And when you get started with us, you have to think long term. And the reason why is because it could literally take 4 or 5 years for somebody in your sphere of influence, your friends, your family members, to reach out to you and be honest with you and say, you know what, my credit's jacked up. I have more debt than what I want. My identity was just stolen. You know what? I see you traveling all over the place. How do you do it? Because that must cost a fortune. I need health insurance. Grandma or grandpa or brother or sister or mom and dad just passed away. We can't find their will. We can't find their life insurance policies. We can't find their will, their trust. Believe me, there are over, like the number is, it's 250 million Americans need our products and services. So find a need and fill it. But the challenge is with us right now, we have an awesome company. We have phenomenal products and services. We have an unlimited resource of customers, but what we need right now is we need more team members. We need more people that are all in, that are willing to get trained and go share a message, because if you do that, you're going to grow a phenomenal business. Just this past week, we were on a call this week with Greg Ammerman on Wednesday. It was a leadership call, and I was taking some notes, and Greg asked a question during the call, and I'm not going to spoil the question, because everybody that's coming to Millionaire Mentality Boot Camp in November, which everybody should be there, because it is going to be an amazing event. I already have my airfare booked, and believe me, I'm doing some crazy stuff to get there, because my schedule's just crazy busy, and I'm not going to miss it for anything. And Greg's going to ask this question. When you're there, this question is going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And so he asked the question, and I started writing down the answers, and everybody's answer is going to be a little bit different, because we're all in FES for different reasons. But one thing that I will share with you is, if you're willing to invest some time, if you're willing to invest some money, because it does take a little bit of money to invest to get the trainings, but if you do that and you grow your business the right way, in 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, your lifestyle is going to be unbelievable. And it's just not going to be an FES, because the income that you make with FES, the best part about it is what you do is you go out and invest that in other things. You create multiple streams of income. And I looked at where I was at when I first started with FES and where I'm at today. And just this past weekend, I went out with my wife and my son. We went to St. Louis. I watched them play some football. And then we went out and we started buying houses for cash with the income that I earned from this company. And when you can start doing those sort of things, it changes everything in your business. But the only way that you're going to get to that level is staying plugged into these calls, getting to training, and being around the right people going the right directions. And so we're giving you all the tools. Everybody in tonight's webinar and everybody that's listening to this call that's on our team has the talent. We just need you to come with us. You need to jump on the train. You need to have some faith, and you need to ride with us. We're not saying we're leading you. What we're saying is we're riding with you, because in this business, this isn't like corporate America. This is a team. It's one team and one dream, and we can all get there, but we got to go together. You can't do this on your own. I see too many people try and do it on their own. It doesn't work. So just simply stay plugged in. We got corporate overviews happening tonight around the country. We got one happening tomorrow in Santa Ana, California. It's going to be bilingual. You can plug people into that. We have North Carolina. We have 2-day trainings coming up the next weekends. Greg has power coaching going on right now. The 8th through the 10th, it was completely full. I know that we have Peter Olson on our team, sales director at that event. I guarantee you watch Peter's post, and this is what happens every time one of our team members goes to an SOS training or an advanced training. They go on Facebook, they go on social media, and they post, "This was the best training I've ever had in my whole life." I guarantee on Sunday afternoon, Peter Olson, I'll bet money on it. This is a recorded call. I'll bet money on it that Peter posts that. And I know right now he's not listening to the call because he's traveling from Florida to Atlanta because he's evacuating. But what a better way to evacuate? Evacuate, go to a training, right? So, you know what?
That's awesome.
Take advantage of everything that we have to offer. Right now, we have so many team members. We're in a 5-week month. So many team members within striking distance of a promotion or a raise. Log into your online business office, see what you need to do to get to the next level, click on your projected sales report, reach out to a team leader. Let's go expose some people. But at the end of the day, let's have some fun. This business is all about fun. I'm not doing this because I want to be miserable. I'm doing this because I just want to go sit on my boat and go fishing and hang out at the beach with my family. And the best part is I want all you guys with me. So let's have a good time. Let's help a bunch of people. Let's help change other people's lives, because that's what this business does, is we change people's lives. We help people get into homes. We help them get into cars. We help them save money. We help them get out of debt. We save marriages. And at the same time, we make money along the way. So there's nothing better than that. But if you want this business to work, you got to let it work for you. So let's just go make it happen. Man, I'm so excited. I can't believe it.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for posting this, by the way, because I was just in the market for a new headset, so that's awesome. That's the one you have, and I'm gonna order that. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, there's things that you're going to need to do your business correct. I mean, why would you not want to do that? Training, tools. They're an important part of what we do, and it's about, again, that's about establishing credibility. When you have, meetings, when you meet people, maybe it's a potential corporate account or whatever, you want to have the tools. You want them to know that you're in business. They want to know that you're in business, more importantly, right? So you want to have the tools, right? Okay. That's all that I have today, Randy.
Awesome,
You
great
good?
job. Let's everybody get to a training. Everybody register for Millionaire Mentality Bootcamp. Remember, cruise contest still going on. There's still 2.5 weeks to qualify for the cruise. Push hard. Even if you don't make it, you're going to get a promotion. You're going to get a raise. You're going to make some more money. But There's going to be somebody that joined our company in the month of September that goes on that cruise. So
no
it happens every year. So let's just might as well be you.
All right, guys, I'll be sending out the recording sometime this evening or tomorrow. And awesome, you're welcome, Lisa. Okay, yeah, everybody take care, and let's just close it out strong, guys. We got till Saturday at midnight for the end of this week, and then we still have some time left in this month to make something happen. If anybody needs any help, feel free to reach out and give me a call. All right, we'll talk to you all later.